What's going on, everyone? So, in an effort to provide content that's useful and engaging, I have I've taken to Reels. I've officially tried this thing out, and with the help of a friend of mine, hopefully you're enjoying the content that we're putting together. It's really freaking difficult. I I mean it. It's easy enough to maybe have a conversation with yourself, but when it comes to trying to make these quick cuts, be concise in your language, and attempt to do things that are a little unnatural. These are the results I'm getting so far. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. Everybody that's watched it, liked it, and has seen it thus far. But I do want to take the time out to actually kind of talk about the differences of working out fueled or fasted and why there might be benefits to both depending on your individual needs analysis. So, like I said in the video, I realistically am not waking up in the morning and trying to shove down a meal. I have in the past woken up, eaten a package of Pop Tarts, eaten a, sugary like Starbucks drink, and also what else was there? There was like a protein shake as well, yielding like 800 calories very quickly. And while performance was top notch, and I honestly couldn't say I had any complaints, um, that that was definitely something that I didn't feel would be a long term thing as a result of basically my body probably not being able to transform the way I wanted it to. So when nutrient quality wasn't really taken into effect, I I quickly realized that these pre-workout meals and the ability to work in things that are suboptimal doesn't mean you should just because you can. So ultimately, I have not done that, and I went back to my old ways, waking up early. The easiest thing for me to do is mix a pre-workout powder that has a very minimal amount of caffeine relative to the ones on the market. It is known as Senogenics Power. There's 100 milligrams of caffeine. There's some beta alanine. There's some peak ATP. There's lots of really great pump related and focus related ingredients in this product. And as such, it is a little bit pricier per serving, but a 1 month supply of that yields 20 servings. And again, 5 days a week training, one batch lasts you basically 30 days. So I pay for the quality. I pay for the fact that I don't have to be overly stimulated with caffeine. And then I pay because, the benefits that I see it yielding with performance is really there. I then work in some creatine. I work in a little bit of Reds powder from Organifi, working in some micronutrients, and again, additional beets, and a little bit of cranberry juice. So there's a little bit of carbs there, probably like 10 total grams. And that supplies me with enough energy to really get after my workout. And again, that's unique to me. And someone else might consider that. I'm not eating a meal. I'm not fed in that state. And I'm able to go perform for about, 90 minutes. Now, if I were to be umping up the intensity, maybe there would be some highly branched cyclic dextrin. There would be a quote unquote meal or something fueling me. But realistically, I don't have that level of output right now. So there's no need to waste precious carbohydrate on powders. With that being said, though, if you're working out early enough or you're working out maybe mid-morning and you need something because it helps you have a little something that something you don't feel as sick, you would definitely want to opt for probably a carb and protein meal depending on the placement of that relative to your overall workout time. So if you're, let's say, about 2 hours or so away from your actual workout, a meal that has carbs, protein, and fats would be okay depending on how well you can absorb and digest that. You may even opt to kind of have it pre-digested as a shake, and working in some micronutrients with berries and seeds and nuts and things of that nature. But then again, if you're getting to about 60 minutes or 30 minutes before, that carb powder and carb and protein mixed together might yield a better overall performance inside of the gym. Now, again, like me, realistically, I know that the electrolytes are the biggest thing, and that's why that pre-workout drink is the first thing I do in the morning. And then I actually have a full 40-ounce hydro flask that I carry with me at the gym that has LMNT salts in it, mainly because it's providing sodium, magnesium, and potassium. And depending on my sweat rate, it helps me, kind of push through. And while the nuances of timing a pre-workout meal really depends on, again, whether or not maybe your goal is hypertrophy, maybe your goal is just to kind of like get into the gym and that's a big win for you. Maybe your goal is optimal performance. All those things are actually truly necessary in order to have the best workout possible. Again, in my findings, I found that working in the electrolyte powder makes a world of a difference. And I don't think I was always underfed. It was just I was a little dehydrated, and my workout performance was suffering as a result of dehydration. So before considering adding a pre-workout meal or snack into the mix and adding caloric nature or calories into your day, consider adding in something that's basically calorie free. And it could be an Ultima, could be Keon, could be BPN, it could be any of the supplements. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just purely using one that I enjoy the flavor most. Tastes like an orange Gatorade. And there's 2 grams of carbs. That's why I use LMNT. Orange is my favorite flavor. I go by, taste preference. So as a result, the best thing for people to be focused on when it comes to that pre-workout and being fed or fasted is to kind of consider your variables, consider the time of day that you're working out, and consider how you might want to line up the rest of your day relative to your eating. If the rest of your day makes sense to be formed first and not have a pre-workout meal, do so. If you're looking to maybe maximize it, have a little bit of a snack. Find an easy digesting bar. Maybe it's an outright bar. Maybe it is a Go Macro bar, right? Whatever actually allows you to then position the rest of your day to make the most sense is the food that you should consume. And hopefully that could be something that you would consider doing in order to have the highest level of success possible with your training. So, with that being said, hopefully this slightly deeper dive outside of the reel was helpful. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to me at gains@axiomfn.com, or you can check out my website, axiomfn.com, or you can feel free to send me a message. My message button inside of Instagram has my phone number. Happy to be in contact.